Welcome to the special parent and family edition of SportsCenter. I'm Jose Ornelas, coming to you live from our Los Angeles studio. Tonight, the focus of our conversation is on exercise. As fitting as it may be that we do this on a station focused on sports and elite athletes, today we want to spend some time discussing all the benefits of exercise to your overall health. We will also delve into what exactly exercise does to your brains and how it may impact learning. And finally, what we can do individually or as a family to ensure we get all the exercise we need to live the healthiest of lives. I don't think anyone would argue that there's a tremendous upside to exercising, but many of the benefits of exercise may simply not be as obvious as others. According to Medina in his wildly popular book, Brain Rules, the act of exercising and being physically fit is something that goes back to times when it was crucial to survival. Humans roamed to avoid being easy targets, and it was a key aspect of why we developed such impressive cognitive skills. Albeit not as essential for survival anymore, many of the ailments we see in ourselves today are rooted in the fact that we do not move as much as we should. So, what exactly are some of the benefits of living an active lifestyle? According to numerous articles, including a report by U.S. News and World Report, you can become happier and smarter, reduce the detrimental effects of stress, get better sleep, we can reduce depression and may treat dementia. Exercise builds self-esteem and body image. It can also improve learning, and they may keep Alzheimer's at bay. The list goes on, including reducing risk of stroke and heart disease, which according to the American Heart Association 2017 statistics update, show that cardiovascular disease account for 1 in 3 deaths in the U.S. It claims more lives than cancer every year, and about 92 million American adults are currently living with some form of cardiovascular disease or after effects of a stroke. These numbers are amazing, and surprisingly, there's a lot we can do to combat this, which we'll discuss a little bit later. According to Medina, exercise can actually help in the aging process. We can technically decide through our exercise habits whether we would like to live a life where our final days are filled with staring blankly into space, or vibrant adulthood filled with amazing feats and quick-witted conversations. The astonishing part is even if you have been living a life on the couch, we can correct our ways at any time and begin to reverse the negative effects of aging poorly by beginning to exercise briskly at any time. Technically, starting to reverse the aging process. Exercise aids in the development of stimulating the brain's most powerful growth factors, BDNF, which stands for Brain-Derived Neurotrophic Factor. This chemical in the brain keeps existing neurons young and healthy, and also keeps them ready to connect to one another. It also encourages the creation of new cells. This is especially true in the hippocampus, the region involved in human cognition. In short, exercise promotes and builds up the part of the brain responsible for the mental action or process of acquiring knowledge and understanding. Learning. Not only does learning improve, but with increased exercise comes an increase in blood flow and oxygen, which helps feed cells and tissues, and also helps remove toxins, creating efficiency across the entire body. According to thedailybeast.com and based on research from the University of Otago, a study revealed that when participants were tested with varied amounts of oxygen availability, they performed higher on a series of cognitive skills when enduring increased oxygen levels as a result of exercise. So, increasing oxygen flow through exercise can lead to better results on cognitive skills tests, and as mentioned in Brain Rules, increased blood flow as well. So this increase can improve the performance of most human functions. From what we know now about exercise and how our brains react to it, we need to do what we can to make sure our children move around and can optimize their learning experience. So what should we do, and how much time is actually needed? Let's see what some experts are saying.
Hi, I'm Dr. Mike Evans, and welcome to this visual lecture I'm calling 23 and a half hours. So I have a big interest in preventive medicine, which can mean a lot of things from, cancer screening to eating more fiber to having a good social network, and I mean that in the old sense of the word. Weighing less, drinking less, smoking less, controlling your blood pressure, cholesterol, and so on and so forth. So all of these things are incredibly important, and I wouldn't want you to minimize your efforts in any one category, but I want to know what comes first. What has the biggest impact? So the question is, what's the medicine, and what is 23 and a half hours? So the medicine was exercise, mostly walking, so not triathlons. And let me just put it a different way. I think what I'm asking you to do is, if you think about your typical day, so there's 24 hours, and so you might spend most of your day, this varies obviously, but couch surfing, sitting at work, obviously sleeping. And what the evidence that I'm going to show you kind of tells me is the best thing you can do for your health is to spend half an hour being active, maybe an hour, and that if you can do that, you can realize all the benefits I've just.
It appears that 30 minutes, 2 to 3 times a week of brisk walking is all it takes. Obviously, if you begin to get more comfortable with a routine or into something you like, you can begin to increase the time and types of exercise. As long as the work you're doing is not too overwhelming and causing strain on your body, breathing, or heart rate, you should be fine, and the benefits discussed earlier can begin to set in. There is no doubt that doing something together and beginning to build a foundation for a healthy home culture or lifestyle will make things a bit easier in a support group fashion, but doing exercise individually is also great. So what are some ways we can go about it? Set fitness goals and chart your progress. Start with short walks after dinner to help settle your meal and allow for time to talk to one another. Later, increase if needed. Go on a hike. Plan a family bike ride. Find your community's parks and rec information for options that you and your kids may be interested in. Join a gym. Sign up for a fitness class of your choice. Sign your kids up for organized sports. Join community events or organizations that instill fitness. The possibilities are really endless, and the main idea is that all you need is 30 minutes, 3 times a week. Thank you for spending some time tonight with us looking at how exercise impacts us and what we can do to assure that we all do what we can to be healthy and productive well into our golden years. I'm Jose Ornelas for SportsCenter. Good night.